welcome back to my channel. It's justreaddvi and I'm back with another video. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you guys are new, give you guys a thumbs up and welcome. If you guys are just readers, thumbs up. I'm so thankful that you guys return and support me. I'm so thankful. So yes guys, I am back, and today I'm going to be continuing on, well, February was the love series. So if you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you head over there and follow me right now. On Instagram, I do share, well, I have been sharing all of my reviews. I post when I'm doing a video. I post when I posted a video. The link's always in my bio, so make sure that you're following me on there to stay tuned for what videos I don't do or do, if that makes sense. So yes. So for the month of February, I said I was doing a love series. So I've been posting all of the reviews for the books that I've read on Instagram. And today I'm just going to be going through and reading the books that I've read. So today I'm just going to be going through and reading the books that I've read and sharing them with you guys today in this video. So yes, let's get started. So the first book that I read was Love Languages, and this book was just phenomenal. I'm not sure if you guys have heard or read this book. I'm sure you have. This book is just like, wow. So it speaks and teaches on how to love your significant other, just how to communicate with others through their love language. So mothers, children, siblings, teachers, spouses, everybody could definitely benefit from this book. This is probably my third time reading this book, and as always, I'm just so impressed, and I always feel geared towards being better, towards everybody, in my life. So this book is totally a gem, and everybody should take advantage. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars, and I definitely suggest and recommend this book to everybody. It's great, very, very good. So yes. Second book, let me look at here because this kind of keeps track better. The second book I read was Happily Ever After. That book I read via my ebook. So this book, Happily Ever After, was such a cute read. I didn't know what to expect. It was a free read. Stay tuned for that video. I know I've been promising you guys that video for quite some time now, but I'm doing it soon. It's coming. So this book was like a free read on one of the websites that I'm gonna be putting you guys on, and it was so good. It's about a Cupid. So he's a Cupid that fell for one of his subjects. So he was supposed to be setting her up with someone, and then he fell for her. They ended up together in the end. It was just such a cute book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Reason being, they made the author's Flor Smith, and she made some disrespectful comments about angels in the book. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be funny, but I'm a Christian, and the derogatory comments were, I didn't like it. It was disrespectful. So yes, but this book was really good. It is part 1 of a series. I would definitely read the series, but I had other books in mind to read also for this love series, so I didn't get to them, but I definitely would. This book, it was cute. So really good one. And then the third book that I read, that book I do not have. It's called Brook by Juliana Donaldson. That book was just so cute. It was recommended and loaned out to me from one of my coworkers. I really, really want this book. It was that good. She had like a collector's item edition, and it was just so, so cute. Head over to my Instagram page. All of these books are posted except the last 2 that I'm going to review. I still have to do the reviews for those 2. But all my other videos, all my other book reviews are posted on there, so you can see in depth what I had to say about these books. But this book, Brook, at the front of this book, she put on the cover a proper romance, and that's exactly what this book was. It was based in 1915, but it was written in current time. if you understand. The grammar wasn't 1915 time, it was today, but it was so proper. It was proper from 1915. It was based at that time, and she just did such a good job at making it relevant now. That book was just phenomenal. Definitely timeless, and I give that book 5 out of 5 stars. Great book. The third book that I read was A Whole Lot of Love. This book was just so cute. It's about bigger women, and showing them a little love for Valentine's. It was so cute. So it's a book of short stories. So it was a collaboration by Donna Hill, Brenda Jackson, Monica Jackson, and Frances Ray. The only author on this book that I've never heard of is Monica Jackson, and the other 3 are favorites of mine. I love Donna Hill. I've read books of hers and did reviews. Recently I did Rhythms and What My Mother Never Told Me. That's her. Brenda Jackson, I haven't reviewed any of her books, but I've read her books for years now. She's definitely my favorite romance author. And Frances Ray is coming in with a close second to Brenda Jackson. They just know how to do it. Their books never disappoint me. I'm always cuddling up, wanting to read, them till the end of time. I never want to stop reading their books or put them down. So this book got a 5 out of 5 stars. What was impressive on this collaboration is each story I felt like the next story, the story that came after, was outdoing the story before it. Every story was my favorite, if that makes sense. Every story was just wow, is it gonna get better? And it just didn't disappoint. So yeah, this book, oldie but goodie, really good read. And then the fourth, that's number 5. So that's another e-read, which is Love in Lockdown. So this book was also really cute. The cover was really cute. The cover was actually, and the idea was more cute than what the book really was. This book, sad to say, disappointed me heavily. It's based on, quarantine due to COVID, which was so cute. And, we're going to have a lot of books based on that. So I was excited. I was like, how cute is this? Because people are experiencing this right now, dating in quarantine, do via Zoom or whatever other apps there are. But it was supposed to be really cute, but it really wasn't. It was super slow. The pace was dragging. She took too long to get to certain parts that I feel like she should have gotten to a lot sooner. It just didn't do it for me at all. The author's name is Chloe James. Yeah, so I gave this book a 2 or 3 out of 5. It just was too slow, and it made it boring, and it was supposed to be super exciting due to the quarantine and finding love. There were parts that were funny, but it just took too long to get to what it was about. So yeah, that was that. And then the next one on the list is Between Lovers by Jerome Dickey. So this book, oh my gosh, so I'm not going to say too much because I still have to post a review on this book. This is one of the last 2 that I was telling you guys about. This book was a whirlwind, oh my gosh. He takes you out of space and then brings you back and then swirls you around and then shoots you out on a rocket ship and then brings you back, shoots you into the ocean 60 feet, then brings you up for 2 seconds and then drags you back down again. This book was everywhere. It was everywhere, but in a good way. It was, wow, he's brilliant. This is probably the most different read that I've read from him as yet. It was, I liked it. It was super interesting. So I'm not going to say what it's about, but I definitely rate this book 5 out of 5. It was everywhere. I'm not going to get too much into it, but it was a book about lovers. So his ex-fiance, and then her lesbian lover, and his ex-fiance was torn if she was lesbian or not, or who she wanted to be with or not be with, and a whole lot in between. This book was a lot. So yeah, definitely check this book out if you haven't already. If you have, because everybody knows that Jerome Dickey, he's amazing. He's another author that I love reading. I've read so much from him, but this book was wow. It was different, and I really enjoyed that about it. So yes. And then now I am currently reading, which I should be finishing up probably by tomorrow. I am reading Dreaming of You by Frances Ray, one of my favorite romance authors. Like I said, guys, she just knows how to do it. From the first page, you just, that vibe, you know. It's a Grayson novel. So she and Brenda Jackson both do series, which I love about them. It drags you in, and it's just about like family and love, and it's always a torn situation of whether they wanted to be together or the person not wanting to be hooked up, because in the story the main character doesn't want to be married off, and his mom always finds suitors, you know, suitors for his siblings, and he doesn't want to be married and isn't ready yet, and is saying it's never going to be me, and you know, the love of his life is right in front of his face. So from the beginning, yes, I could tell that this is where it's going to go. And you know, for me, reading these two authors, I like Brenda Jackson and Frances Ray. I just always know where the book's going to go, but I love it every single time. I just love romance. So yes, this month has been fun. I love romance, like I just said. So I'm always able to tap into more and more romance each time. There were so much books that I wanted to read this time, during this series, but the time just wasn't there. So I wasn't able to read as much as I wanted to. I think that was like about 17 books total that I've read, will have read before the month is out, because we're towards the end, and I'm okay with that. You know, everything brought something different, and I was happy with everything that I've read. I only had one disappointment that wasn't too bad, but everything else was really good, and that's super important. I didn't post anything. Okay, so yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This book, before I finish, this book is totally going to be a 5 out of 5. I just know it. But yes, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm always excited to do videos for you guys and share my thoughts. I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. Make sure you like this video, thumbs it up, comment, and subscribe for sure. And yeah, check me out on Instagram. I have so much to read. So far, this book carries me to 17 books for the year. So I'm really excited about that. And stay tuned for March. I have so much to share. Thanks.